Welcome to episode 71 of the Curioscast, an episode of weird news with our favourite guest, Faz Brown.
What's this?
We were dancing to the music, sorry. Also, sorry to Ziggy and Luke and everyone else who's been a guest, because I just called Faz our favourite guest. But,
yeah, but it is true, and if they're upset, they need to look inward.
Yeah, that's all on them. So yeah, another week without Rob.
Thank God.
That's
all I can say.
Yeah, we still don't know where he is, and we'll probably never know.
We've had some sightings, but I don't want to cause any rumours. You know, we need to confirm those sightings and send out search
parties. Why are you talking
parties.
like he's Bigfoot?
You know, all this time.
All this time. Have you ever seen Rob and Bigfoot in the same blurry photo from a distance together at the same time? I don't think you have.
Yeah, I know I haven't.
How have you been, Faz?
Yeah, I've been good. Well, that's a lie. I did get COVID, but apart from that,
Classic.
I've been really
Who
good.
didn't? I didn't.
That's true.
I feel left
right.
out. I haven't had it.
Don't think I've had it either.
You thought you were one of the early days founders.
Early adopters, yeah. I thought I was an early adopter, but don't think I did. I think it was all shite.
Yeah, you definitely told me you caught it.
Well, when I first moved to Holland, I had to take a test when I first arrived, and it was positive. But when we phoned up, you had to phone up and like talk to the company or whatever, or the government, and they couldn't find any of my details. And then the woman sort of stumbled through and eventually just said, "Oh yeah, it's positive. You need to isolate." And it's not on my record anywhere else. So I think she just couldn't really find my details.
Better safe than sorry. Just isolate.
Better safe than sorry. Isolate. You've got it. So I don't think I've got it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, or had it, not got it. Well, both. I don't think I've had it or got it.
Thanks for clarifying. It's such an Alan Partridge moment there. All right, so we got weird news. I don't think we've done a weird news for a little bit.
No.
It was 2 weeks ago, actually, Valentine's, but that was different.
That's a special. That's still a special.
Episode 6. Faz, did you see? We synced up episode 69 with Valentine's Day. Oh,
that's just incredible.
I'm going to be boasting about that for years to come.
And also the length of the episode, Tom.
Oh, yeah, 69 minutes.
Somewhere around 69 minutes.
Yeah.
And 69 seconds or just around 69?
No, George did suggest that, actually, but then that wouldn't be 69 minutes. That'd be 70 minutes and 9 seconds.
Yeah, actually. Maybe we could cut that out.
Nothing gets cut here, Gil.
Faz, do you want to go first? You brought a weird news story for us.
I have, yeah. So this story is actually really short and there's not a lot to it, so I have got a backup just in case.
Let's go. I'm sure we can riff, and I'll riff, George can raff, and...
What a promise, listeners. So, the headline reads, Egg McMuffin Rat is the newest fast food rodent star in New York.
Egg McMuffin rodent rat. Wait, what was it?
Egg McMuffin Rat.
Oh, okay. Egg McMuffin Rat.
Basically, it is just a rat that has stolen an Egg McMuffin and got papped in New York.
Oh, I've got to see this. Is it a picture or video?
It's a video.
Oh, yeah.
It's fantastic. Basically, the article that was covered by CNN, because it was very important.
I'm looking at it now. He's going down the stairs.
He is. It said cigarette cockroach was the star of New York City's viral scene less than 6 months ago.
I saw that one.
Yeah. What a legend. But new year, new creature. An Egg McMuffin Rat came to take the throne Friday.
I bet he was so chuffed with himself. Imagine if you're a rat and you've managed to find a whole Egg McMuffin. I mean, that's like the holy grail of detritus, surely.
Yeah, it is really endearing. And I like, from that sentence, it sounds like there's a whole, like, amalgam of small creatures that are daring each other to do like steal McMuffins, smoke cigarettes. Next one will be like, did you see that crab?
I was about to say, did you see the crab that was having a cigarette?
Yeah, there's a goat as well. There's a goat with something, like a Cuban cigar or something.
There's that really like ancient in terms of internet years, but ancient video of like a crow smoking a joint with this guy, and like the guy's just like outside, just in his garden, like smoking or whatever, and his mate's filming, and this crow like comes and lands. I don't think it's on his shoulder. I think it's maybe on like a little banister. But I like to think it was on his shoulder. It makes it cooler. And yeah, he just passes it over. It has a little puff, and like you can tell it's actually like inhaling. He takes it back. It's brilliant.
Was that man Rob Oliver?
Could have been. He's seen a dog drive a car, and he smoked a joint with a not a dog.
With a dog.
Yeah. This is good. McMuffin Rat.
I love it. Well, at least the one that I'm looking at is from the Subway Creatures Twitter account, which I can thoroughly recommend. If you're not already following it on Instagram or Twitter, you should follow Subway Creatures, because it is just a collection of videos that people send in from New York of weird things that happen on the subway, as the name implies, or just around the city. And there's quite a lot of rat-related content and just weird stuff on there. So I recommend having a little dive into Subway Creatures if you want more content. It's great.
The best part, just going back to the article, are the comments that have been listed. So the first one says, he deserves it. One onlooker says in the rodent's debut video, so we're already waiting for more content from this rat. Another one asks, what is he carrying? Someone replied, it's a McDonald's, it's an egg McMuffin. The original onlooker says, as the rat scurries along, probably never to be seen or recognised again.
Recognised. I love it.
It's so good. Another one said, look at this hard-working mum making sure she bring home a treat for her kids on this Friday morning. Bless.
Yeah, up early, got to get out there before the cut-off.
Do they not serve McMuffins all day round now? Is it still like 11 a.m. or whatever?
Not here. It's 11 a.m. cut off here, but I don't know about America. I think in America a lot of them do all day breakfasts, but I think it varies franchise to franchise. Because we looked up before why McDonald's serves breakfast food and daytime food separately, and they can't go all day, and it's basically just that the foods are cooked at different temperatures, and they don't have enough room to store everything. But I don't think that's an excuse. Make a bigger McDonald's.
I want to know what sequence of events led to this McMuffin ending, a whole McMuffin ending on the floor.
He snatch it out of someone's hand.
Yeah, like is that what happened? Because it's it's all together as well. It's not like it's in pieces, is it? It is.
Well, is it? Because I can only verify the bun.
No, there's a bit hanging out there.
Looks like a bit of
a bit of egg flap.
Looks like a bit of egg at least. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe the bottom is missing. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Because it never says that it's a sausage and egg McMuffin. It just says it's an egg McMuffin.
Well, I mean, that would be crazy.
Yeah.
I think the bottom is on there. I've done a freeze frame, and that's as much as you need. And it looks like the bottom is on it, and there's the bit of og in the middle.
Yeah, there's definitely more than just the one layer.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, you know what?
Unless it's a really old one, and that's why it's all sticking together. It's a sewer.
But it is floppy. It looks floppy, which would imply that it's relatively fresh. Look, as he hops down.
Yeah, but that's just like it's a lot of weight for a rat.
Yeah, I don't know. I want my egg McMuffin a little bit more malleable than that. It looks a little bit too, don't know, condensed.
How heavy must that be for a rat? Like that probably weighs about as much as the rat. Like imagine you having to pick up a sandwich that weighs the same amount as you and go down the stairs with it to bring it home for dinner. That'd be fucking mental.
I'd love it if sandwiches were as big as me. That'd be great. I mean, rats are huge.
That is a big rat.
Pretty big.
Yeah.
Like, I know in New York they get really, really big.
I'm trying to think how it probably doesn't weigh as much as the rat, that muffin, but
yeah,
still hefty.
Yeah.
Hefty boy.
Strong guy.
On the
New York subway seems mental.
Yeah.
On the article that I'm on, there's a link to a pizza rat as well.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So that is the follow-up in the saga. There's Pizza Rat and also Hennessy Rat.
He's also going down the stairs, this pizza rat.
Well, they've got to get home. That's how they get home.
He's got some techers. He's like...
He's flipping it.
He's flipping it. He leaves it. Oh, the person scared him off.
That rat looks smaller as well. He's got a bigger job on.
Yeah.
He's got a bigger job on, Pizza Rat. So what do you say, Hennessy Rat as well, Faz?
Hennessy Rat, yeah, but upon...
Like the drink.
Yeah, but upon reflection, this looks like a staged photo because the rat has passed, like on, and there's an empty bottle of Hennessy that he's cradling. I'm going to put it in the chat.
Oh,
so
yeah,
you
okay,
guys
I
can
see.
Oh, that rat looks rancid. I can remember when Maisie, my parents' dog, was a pup. We took her for a walk, and there was like a dead mouse, or I don't think it was a rat. I think it was a mouse, like in the path when we was walking her. And before I could see her, she just went over and just put the whole thing in her mouth. Had this like rat's tail or mouse's tail just hanging out of her mouth, like a dead mouse. So I was trying to obviously open her drawers and stuff, trying to get the mouse out, and I managed to get hold of its tail. But as I was pulling, just the skin came off of the rat's. It was disgusting. Like the mouse's tail.
No.
It was awful. It was disgusting. But eventually she just dropped it, and then I kicked it away and took her away. But it was just disgusting. Like it peeled off. Oh, it was horrible.
You flayed it.
Basically, I mean, luckily it was dead. You know, it wasn't like in any pain or whatever. But
that's gross.
Yeah, awful.
It's like you're popping it out of the wrapper like a Werther's original or something.
Yeah.
Nature's Werther.
Nature's sheath.
I was going to say nature's banana, and I was like, nope, definitely from a tree.
Yeah. So nature's banana is just a banana.
Yeah. No, I meant the Haribo one.
I'm just scrolling through Google images now at these rats in like when I looked up Hennessy Rat, and there's loads of other photos of rats. Like this chunky cat wedged in a manhole has joined the famous rat fam, and it's basically he's stuck in like this little hole, and someone's put like a little subtitle there that's like, "Help me, please." I'll link it.
Rats are a huge problem in New York, aren't they? They're like an epidemic, pretty much. I think it was a Vice documentary I watched where there are people like they form vigilante groups in their neighbourhood, and they go out with their dogs, you know, like terriers and I guess dogs that are not bred, but their like instinct is to hunt rats and small animals and stuff. And they go out in like these big groups and catch rats with their dogs and shit. It's quite a good little documentary.
I mean, what are you like? How much of an effect are you having on society with that? Like, you went out and caught 10 rats tonight. There's
I mean, it's pretty minimal.
Millions of rats in New York.
And also, just get a better hobby.
Well, I guess the reason they're doing it is because they're literally getting rats crawl up through their drain pipe, you know, their toilet bowls and stuff in their apartments and shit. So they're probably like,
stop, is it?
Yeah, I need to maybe do something. But like Tom says, you're just pissing in the wind, you know, like the amount of rats that must be living in New York. If you kill 50 in one night, it's just, pointless.
Yeah, and they've probably already bred.
Yeah, those 50 rats have already had 50 offspring.
Yeah. I was just looking at that link you've sent, Tom, and the first line about that rat that got stuck, it said, a rather fat rat who is said to have a lot of winter flab has been recovered from a manhole in Germany after getting a chunky rat ass stuck. That is not body shame,
journalism.
I love that they actually saved it as well. You know, it wasn't just killed, or it wasn't just left. Firefighters came and actually saved the rat.
Oh, did it? Yeah. I didn't actually read.
Yeah, she's actually referred to as the Little Angel.
Oh.
Little Angel. Maybe she's now living at the fire station like a little mascot. Who knows?
Oh.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, I don't love rats, but I like seeing rats. I'd be a fan of seeing more rats carrying large things.
Yeah. Bring us some more next time you're on, Faz.
Yeah.
You're now resident rat content
bringer. I'm going to join that vigilante group.
But you don't kill them. You just capture them so you can bring them to me and George.
Yeah, I just doctor images. I just like pass them stuff.
Yeah. When I think I've said this before on the podcast, but at school they used to like let us go into the IT rooms at lunch, and you could just go and do whatever. That was your time. You could like go onto games websites and whatever you wanted to do. And me and a mate just used to go there, and we just used to like literally go on Google Images and just type in like funny squirrels and like squirrels in funny poses or squirrel, and like there is so much content out there of squirrels dressed up in like army uniform, driving a little Jeep, or like or in a chef's hat, like behind the squirrel counter and everything. And
sorry,
like it's a chef and it's like serving food to people or whatever. And like I remember at the time thinking, wow, they've like got these squirrels, they dress them up, they get them to like get in a pose or whatever. And it isn't until I was an adult that I realised, those squirrels are like dead and they're just taxidermied and like put in that position. I thought those squirrels were actually like having the time of their life.
That's quite
like,
good.
Pretending he's a pilot driving a plane or whatever.
He doesn't even know what a pilot is.
Yeah.
That's quite a good way to showcase the disappointment of adulthood versus childhood. That all sounds nuts, Tom.
Yeah. Now what I do? Oh, fuck off.
Fucking hell! Come on, that's good.
No, it wasn't. But yeah, that's why now I don't want anyone to go through the same thing. So I'm not allowed to do it at the local schools anymore because they told me to stop. But I try and like climb up to the windows of the IT room and say, "Stop it, squirrels! They're dead! Don't do that!" And yeah, they don't like it.
I mean, you're just begging for a conviction.
No one likes. Yeah, no one likes hearing the truth.
Oh, I love it.
Thanks, Faz.
Yeah, I enjoyed that, Faz.
Bringing us some
Ratus, Totus, Patatus,
rat content.
I'll put the feelers out for the next one.
I would say that I've got a segue, but I haven't got a segue, but I'll...
You just want to go next?
I'll go next.
Yeah, go for it. So
my story doesn't involve rats. Okay. It does involve a woman.
What are you doing here then?
So the headline, and so Tom, I think I mentioned this to you a couple of weeks ago, where I thought maybe we'd spoken about it before, or at least a similar story. So if we have discussed this before, then you'll have to let me know.
Mm-hmm.
But the headline is, mortified woman poos on date's floor. He kicks it thinking it's mud, and then it gets worse.
No, I haven't heard about it. You told me that you had a story about a woman pooing, and I have a different story about a woman pooing. Maybe we'll touch on that. But tell us about your one.
Never touch it.
Well, this guy made that mistake,
So this was originally a TikTok story, but I'm not going to play the TikTok videos. It's just annoying. So anyway, Kennedy Urick said her date was being an absolute gentleman when he took care of the mud on the floor. But the next day, things somehow got even worse during a play fight. A woman has revealed how her upset stomach ruined her cozy night when she was invited to her date's house for dinner. Kennedy, from Pittsburgh, the US, said she may never be able to recover from the embarrassing blunder. She said she wasn't feeling too well, but the man she was seeing at the time insisted he would make her soup if she came over to his place. She says, "I had this soup that this man made. Oof, I shouldn't have done that. My stomach feels too weak to be eating anything." Ken explains, "So I'm squatting over his floor, over a bucket, and I fart." Just
wait,
casual.
Wait,
I know
what?
it's gone from 0 to 100 very, very fast.
Wait, so she had the soup. She wasn't feeling well. She done what? She went to poo in a bucket.
So there's no context.
I tuned out for like I feel like half a second, and I missed something like vital.
No, you didn't, because there's zero context. It just says that she's eaten the soup. Realizes she shouldn't have eaten that soup. Stomach's a bit weak, and then the next quote is just, "So I'm squatting on his floor over a bucket and I fart."
Does he not have a toilet, or does he live in a shed? Like,
he has a toilet, because she then says in the next sentence, "So I'm like, oh my God, I just nearly shit myself. I'm going to go to the bathroom." So I don't know why there's a bucket in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, and she's just decided to squat over that bucket straight
Maybe it's
away.
just the fart bucket.
Or is that giving us, is that a little teaser to like what's to come? You know, 1 minute I was eating a soup, the next thing I know, I was squatting over a bucket. Here's how that happened, and then now she's telling us the story. Or is that
maybe. Well, that's literally what she says. She says she ate the soup, squats over a bucket, farts, and then realizes, I better go to the toilet. So maybe she thought
it was just going to be a fart, so she opened the
opened the bucket,
squatted over a bucket.
Yeah, like
Maybe
I
it's a
said,
sex
fart
thing.
bucket,
Fart bucket or sex thing. Or sex bucket, fart bucket.
sex fart bucket.
No, I'm all about
Bucket
like
fart,
sex bucket, fart bucket. Come on, you don't mix the two.
He goes quick. I'll put the lid on it. Captures it.
So she's farted. She says, "Oh my god, I just nearly shit myself. I'm going to go to the bathroom." She goes to the bathroom, and she comes back. And as she comes back, he enters and kicks something on the floor, thinking it's mud. However, it wasn't mud. She'd straight up sharted on his floor. So what she thought had been a fart was actually a shart.
Oh no!
And she had missed the bucket. This is why you should never try and shit into a bucket.
But she went to the toilet, right?
Well,
she
she had that fart, didn't she? That fart that made her realise, I better go to the toilet in this situation. So in that fart, there was a bit of oomph behind it.
And was it must have been solid, which doesn't happen often when you've got a poorly stomach.
What do you mean, solid?
Like the poo must have been like a solid
To be able
piece
to be
for him
kicked.
to be like, oh, I'm going to kick that.
To get
I
on
think
the
it was
volley,
like
it
maybe
must have been
semi-solid. You know, it was in between, shall we say?
Okay.
I mean, you'd smell it, wouldn't you? Really. Anyway, so she says that the unfortunate incident didn't scare the gentleman away, and he cleaned up the mess on the floor. She stayed over for the night, and the next morning she woke up feeling great, as you do. I mean, would you not just like instantly want to leave? Straight away.
He has been a nice guy so far, though.
I know, but if I'd shat on someone's floor, I'd be like, you know what? I might need to go home and just be in my own space, use my own bucket.
Just regroup.
Yeah. Wipe my arse, go to bed. So, the next day, however, things go from bad to worse.
Oh, no.
So she says she slept at his house, woke up feeling a lot better. Obviously, the soup maybe did do her some good. She says, I did my hair, did my makeup, and just before I could get home, or leave to go home, I was sitting on his bed. We were laughing, horsing around. And she says, I'm wearing this cute Urban Outfitters one piece with little shorts. Setting the scene. He hits me, and I kind of tooted when he hit me.
Fucking clocked to one.
Right in the stomach.
Yeah. That's what you get. Shitting next to my bucket.
Fucking floor, using my sex bucket as a toilet. He hits me, and I kind of tooted when he hit me. I would love to tell you it's just an innocent fart, or that it was just a little shart. I like the fact that if it had been a little shart, she'd be like, yeah, that's fine.
I'd love to tell you that.
On her Urban Outfitters shorts.
Who doesn't love that? However, she says, I'd fully blown. This little tap had made me full-blown shit myself. It's all through my pyjamas, all down my legs, and all over this man's bed and on his wall. It's like, gee, how hard did he hit her?
Knocked the shit out of her.
Literally.
But Tom, leading back to your earlier question, this was clearly the runnier of the sharts.
Must have been for it to come out that easy, yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe the one before was like the plug.
Oh yeah, you get that sometimes, don't you?
Sharp plug.
Yeah. So that came out, and then it was brewing overnight. Nothing to hold it in. One little tap. A bazooka going off. So she continues. Well, that was the end of the story, basically. But it says her fans were shocked and said it just kept getting worse. I don't know what that seemed referring to. I'm guessing it's the video. As she was talking, people were saying, just keep getting worse. It says one praised Ken for being open, sharing the story, and another advised, never trust a fart, which is very, very true.
I mean, you
Never
can't
trust
never trust a fart, otherwise you'd just never fart. You'd be, if you had to go to the toilet every time you wanted to fart because you didn't trust it.
Yeah.
No, you just have the bucket.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. We all walk around with buckets like hanging off the back of us.
So yeah, others were more concerned about her date and asked if she continued to talk to her after. And she replied, "He called me after I left to tell me it's okay not to stress about it." So in response to that, people said, "You have to marry him. What an angel." I mean, if he's willing to go through all of that,
Yeah.
you know, clean. I wonder if he cleaned the mess off the wall, whether she did it. You know, I like to think she just straight up just didn't try and clean up any of it. Just left it all a mess.
That'd be rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, in my book, Tom, shitting on someone's floor and then still staying around there is rude on a first date.
No, it'd be rude. It'd be more rude to go, wouldn't it? If you like shit on someone's floor, be like, I gotta go. Is that rude, or is that I'll stay here and at least give you company?
Clean it up. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd clean it up and then leave.
Yeah, I was. There's no way I could look someone in the eye. And if she stayed round, maybe bits happened. How can the air of mystery is literally gone? Like once you shit on someone's floor, what's left?
Yeah, and also
nowhere to go from there. No going up from there.
Maybe it's a good way to start a relationship. You start with that,
Get it out of the way,
and then that's it. You've got no. Everything else is easy after that.
Well, they do say there's that saying, isn't it? Something along the lines of like.
That saying, shit on my floor and
miss my bucket, shit on my floor.
Shit on my floor once, shame on me. Shit on my floor twice, shame on me.
What's the quote, Baz?
Isn't it something along the lines of like stressful times show someone's true character or something like that? So maybe that's the quickest and most effective way to get to know someone, and just drop a dose.
Yeah.
And was it hardwood or was it a carpet?
That's important.
I think it was wood. I think it was a hardwood. So it wasn't a carpet, which is lucky.
But that could potentially still seep through though.
Yeah.
Unless it's like
that's not the poo girl date story that I was thinking of. So this was like a couple years ago, I think. Yeah, 2017. I found it. I don't know if you saw this. Woman trapped in window trying to retrieve poo after Tinder date.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I've heard this one.
I remember it all on like Twitter at the time, but yeah, it says here, a woman who threw her poo out of her date's toilet window because it would not flush had to be rescued after she got stuck trying to retrieve it. So she was an amateur gymnast. She was on a first date with Bristol student Liam Smith, and she panicked because the toilet wouldn't flush. So she grabbed it, and I think she put it in a little bag. I think there was like a little baggie there or something, and she tried to throw it out the window. Maybe there wasn't a bag. I might have just made that up, but she tried to throw it out the window, and the window was a bit unique in like it had two window panes, but like set like I guess like a foot or two apart. But neither of them opened. So it was just like this little never zone where there was just like nothing there. And she tried to throw it like, over the top, like the window that did open, and it just fell into the middle. And she was like, oh shit, like I need to get my shit. I can't just leave that there. So she like tried to climb in and she got stuck. And so I guess she must have been there a while before obviously like I guess the date would go up and check on her. I mean, like, she's been in the toilet for ages, and you check, help, and she's stuck in the window. Yeah.
So is it basically the poo had fallen, like an airplane window where you've got the outer window and the inner window?
Yeah.
Was it something like that, you reckon?
I guess so, yeah. I think there's
a picture, isn't there, of her?
Yeah, there's a BBC article about it. Oh, there's a date. Is that a date? I'm watching it on mute. I don't really care what this guy has to say. But yeah, there's some pictures. There's not really a huge amount of actual content. You can see a picture of her stuck in the window, and yeah, they had to call firefighters to come and get her out.
Oh, that's awful. Imagine
she was that stuck.
It says there The woman went to the toilet, and when she came back, she had a panic look in her eye and told him what she'd done. I mean, yeah, panic look. And then they discussed it, and then she tried to climb in after it. So it's not like she, on her own volition, tried to just climb into it. He went to find a hammer to smash it. I mean, he was pretty dedicated to, you know...
There's so many other things you should have done. Like, I would have just... Unless it was like an emergency and you had to get it out right now.
Yeah.
And I'm still picturing it like in a bag. You could have got like a little fishing hook or something.
But was it in a bag, or was you just thrown it?
Don't know, I might have made that up.
Had a meal at a well-known chicken restaurant, had a few beers, and then gone back to mine for a bottle of wine and a film.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if they're still together.
Yeah, I know. Should we find out?
Can you imagine, right, being on a date, needing a poo, trying to throw out the window, get stuck, you get stuck in the window, the fire brigade have to be called, and then it's on BBC News.
It says at the bottom as well, we had a lovely night on the second date, but it's too early to see if she's the one. But we got on very, very well, and she's a lovely girl. And we've already got the most difficult stuff out of the way. So exactly what
I don't feel like that's a normal relationship, like, goalpost. Like, free her from her poo escapade.
True.
Pooscapade.
This reminds me of my friend, though. I'm not going to name her because she'll kill me. But it wasn't a first date, but she was dating this, like, mutual friend of ours. And he was saying, like, he had this, like, small caravan at the time with obviously, like, one of those caravan toilets. It was built in, but it obviously hasn't got the suction or the flow of your traditional toilet or poo bucket. And she had a poo, wouldn't flush, so she had to lean out of the window, rip a branch off of the tree that they'd parked next to, and she like twigged the poo down. Didn't work though.
Yeah.
But then he also twigged the poo down, and then they were together for like 2 years. So maybe poo is the secret.
Resourcefulness. I like that. Thinking on your feet.
Yeah.
She should use that in like an interview.
Name a time when you've had to act under pressure.
Nice. That's the poo stories.
That's it. I mean, the only other thing to add is a comment on this. This is from the Daily Star, actually, by the way. A very, very highbrow publication. Someone said, if the bathroom was available, why squat over a bucket? That doesn't make sense. Oh, unless she's an attention seeker. Suggesting that maybe, did it. Yeah, maybe she did it just to get attention from him. You know, she was pretending. Oh, I've got porny.
She could have just sucked his dick or something. Like, instead of putting on a bucket, that's another way to get his attention.
Yeah, but as a girl, we always have group chats about shitting in buckets and on floors to get attention.
Yeah, girls are in the group chat. Like, girls, I'm not sure if he's that into me. What should I do? Like, should I put my hand on his thigh, or should I? You know, lean in next to him when we're watching a film, or should I do the classic shit in a bucket?
Like, go with Old Faithful, girl. Yeah. If unless fails, do it up his wall.
She has got an Instagram. So this is where I start to doubt the story more, because she's obviously an influencer. She's got like 150,000 followers.
What was her name?
I'll put it. Let me put it in the chat for you. Her name's Kennedy Urick. So this is where I start to think: is this bullshit just to get some extra followers on her Instagram?
Maybe. Yeah, she was telling the story on TikTok, weren't she? So she's obviously like.
Oh, she's very attractive, isn't she?
She doesn't look like the sort that would shit over a bucket. But
you know, she looks like third row down. She's got in that squat position.
Whereabouts? How far down? Oh yeah, there she is. Yeah.
I'm trying to. I wanted to see if anyone had commented anything like that, but no one's as awful as me.
Maybe it's not that widespread then. The poo.
The what? Sorry.
Don't worry.
I don't know. I don't know what to think. I like to think that she, at some point, has squatted over a bucket and missed and shat on the floor. But listeners, you'll have to tell me what you think.
I like living in a world where that is. That is what happens.
Where influencers are shitting on the floor. That's the kind of world I want to live in. But that's it. That was my story. Shit girl. Shit bucket girl. Tom, what have you got for us? Please say you've got a segue.
I do have a segue. So moving from shit coming out of a bum to things going into a bum. This is a story I said to you earlier, George, that I've got a story that I read and I thought, yeah, that's great. That's perfect for the podcast. And then I thought, have we had this before? Because it's such a curious topic. But I don't think we have, because I'm now looking. It was published December 4th, 2021. So only a couple months ago. I don't think we've spoke about it in recent months. But maybe we have. Bomb squad called to emergency room after patient turned up with a World War II artillery shell lodged in his rectum, police say. So I'll link you guys the article.
So we definitely haven't had this. I've not heard of this at all.
No, you'd be all over this, George.
So yeah, and this was it was in England, in Gloucester. A man presented at an emergency room. Doctors removed the World War II artillery shell from inside him, and bomb disposal experts had to turn up, and they did confirm that the shell was not live at the time. Now, there's a funny bit here where the guy, I guess they asked how did it get up there, and he says that he slipped and fell on this artillery shell that's 2 inches wide, and there's a picture of, it's not the shell, but it is a stock image of, it's just an artillery shell, so it might not be the exact one, like shape and size and everything. But it says it's 2 inches wide, which is
that's big.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd feel it. You'd know about it, wouldn't you?
That wide, yeah.
How do you just be honest, man? Just be like, wanted to see what I could fit up there.
Yeah.
Like, how do you slip and fall with your arsehole agape? With
That's
that
like
upright as well? Like, that can't be just... There was a story years ago of a woman who had an old flip phone in her butt, and she said the same thing. She jumped on her bed and it just slipped up there. But, like, it can't maintain standing up. Like,
yeah.
Because he'd have to be pre-lubed as well. It'd have to be...
Oh, yeah.
You know, but it's quite a common thing, isn't it? Like that excuse. I've seen it quite a lot when you look online. There's always people with like a tomato sauce bottle up their bum. And he said, I did my... I think that's the one that we spoke about, Tom, where he said, I had my shopping, I put my shopping down, and then I fell over and the tomato sauce bottle went up my bum. I remember talking about that a long time ago. But it's just ridiculous. Yeah,
it does happen, but you know,
excuse me,
not that common. Sure.
As a human being with an arsehole, I've never slipped and fallen as something's gone shooting up there.
Surely it would just hurt. You know, you're more at risk of like stabbing yourself, especially with like an artillery shell or something. You know, you're more at risk of tearing your anus, Tom, than it actually going up there. I don't know.
Well, I was looking through this article and there's not actually much to this one, but from there I found this, which was a summary of all things that were reported to get stuck up people's bums, ears, nose, throat, penis and vagina in 2021. So
what a list.
It's an extensive list. I wish I'd found this for like our end of the year special or whatever. Oh no, this is an old article. This is from 2020. So outdated, but I'm sure the same kind of things repeat.
Bloody hell.
I'm going to skip the ears because the ears kind of boring.
There's a couple of funny ones though, Tom. So there's one that says, found a bead and placed it in his ear so he wouldn't lose it.
I wonder if that's like a kid.
It must be. There's another one that says, siblings put a piece of paper in patient's right ear, telling him they wanted to show him a magic trick.
Oh. Well, George, funnily enough, you wanted a segue. Here's a segue from the beard. Under the penis category, direct quote, has had a marble in his penis for the past 4 years and decided he needs it removed. Like, after all that time, he's like, probably get it out now.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I wonder how, like, because you read that and you think he's stuck a marble up his urethra. And how could you live for 4 years with a marble up your... Like, surely that wouldn't work. Like, surely you can't piss or come
Or get a boner.
or get hard. Yeah. But I was thinking, so I was listening to a podcast, and there was this guy who had come out of prison, and he was talking about life in prison and stuff. And he was talking about how people get what they call pearls implanted, which is they get a domino and they file it down into whatever shape you want. It could be like a love heart or a clover or a skull and crossbones, I guess, if you're really artistic. And they get something sharp, like a scalpel or something, cut your dick skin open, put the pearl inside, and then just wrap it up and wait for it to heal over like a couple of weeks or whatever. And then for the rest of, until you get it out, you have this lump under your dick that is like in the shape of whatever the pearl was. So it's like a little love heart, sort of, I guess like a marble basically, up there, and it kind of stays in place.
And for what purpose? Like, what is that? Like a just a bit of fun?
Yeah, I think so. I think like they asked him, they said why, and he said, I think the idea is like pleasure, like it rubs along the top as like you're shagging, but
I don't know. Yeah,
not for me.
No.
But
crack on. Crack on, prisoners. If you listen to this in prison, you crack on.
You got to take the wins where you can get them.
That is awful.
But yeah, there's a couple funny ones when it gets to penis, vagina, and rectum. So penis, one of them is was playing with phone and fell asleep. When he woke up, his stylus was in his urethra. Injury occurred 4 days ago, and he didn't seek treatment. I just woke up. Oh no! Again, my stylus.
No.
Under vagina, it says patient was intoxicated 4 months ago and placed a crumble of tinfoil inside vagina. I mean, surely that's got like medical.
Yeah, it's bad.
Concerns. Like, tinfoil. It can't be good for you.
No, especially if it's actually tin.
How big's a crumble as well? It's a very like inaccurate measure.
Well, you know what's worse? 3 bags of meth in there.
3
That's
bags
on the
of
list.
meth, yeah. Part of a slinky.
Oh no.
Baby shoe. A baby shoe.
Just.
Sorry, go ahead.
The lanyard up the penis is one that
that's crazy.
Confuses me as well.
Do you think that was just
identification,
like
please? Oh.
Do you think that was just like the neck bit, or was it the actual plastic?
not the actual card, surely. Yeah.
God.
Yeah, the rectum is where you have the most amount of items.
Look all the different dildos they've listed. Separate bullet points. 5-inch dildo, 6-inch dildo, 7-inch dildo, and then 10-inch dildo.
10-inch dildo.
Whoa! 6 magic markers.
Yeah, here's another like classic was squatting in the shower when he got a small bottle stuck in his rectum. Like, just happened to be squatting when I was in the shower.
I like the other one, shampoo bottle in his rectum that he placed there because he thought he was constipated.
That's what you do. You just shove more up there. The last one is put dildo into rectum 2 days ago and was performing daily activities with it in place. When riding the lawnmower, the dildo slid it inside the rectum completely. So he had probably just, I guess, like the balls maybe hanging out, like a little butt plug type situation, and he's riding along and it fucking jammed its way up there.
3 weeks ago, he was drunk and put a light bulb up his rectum.
Oh.
And that's a dangerous one, isn't it?
What's the Pooperoo's toy?
Sorry?
Just up from the bottom, it says Pooperoo's toy.
Pooperoo's?
Pooperoo's, yeah.
Don't know what that is.
I'm going to Google that.
Yeah. So the top rated comment in this comment section is here's a Christmas classic for you. 6 magic markers, 5-inch dildo, 4 years ago, a marble in his penis, 3 bags of meth, 2 batteries, and a stylus in his urethra.
What a shame we didn't know about this for Christmas. That would have been great. What is
this one's a good one as well.
The
Was
pooperoos are really
intoxicated and is uncertain if she used her anal beads or not. Can't find them at home. None found in ER exam. So, what happened to the anal beads?
Yeah, so then they weren't up there then.
No.
Placed BBs in earbuds and forgot they were on there. Stuck the earbuds on and now has 2 BBs lodged in ear.
That's actually the most like plausible one, I think.
Yeah.
Like you're just sitting there, maybe your earbuds are just there, and like maybe you put it like a BB in the little. If it's one of those in-ear ones that like proper go in, like you put the BB in there, and you kind of just forget about it. You're just fiddling about, and then you put them in. Yeah, I can see that one.
Yeah. What's pooperoo then, Faz? Come on.
So this is probably one of the most disturbing ones that someone has inserted into them. Basically, it looks like they're these cute little animal toys that teach kids how you go to like poo properly, and they come with like a little toilet, and they're all smiley. I've just put the Google image link in the chat so you guys can have a little look. But they're really friendly looking. Don't put that in ya.
Are they? They look like they're squishy, or are they hard? I don't know, maybe they're hard.
Someone's really got the. This pooperoo hasn't done a good job of teaching this person what goes on with their bumhole.
Also, how horny are you to shove a pooperoo in you?
Yeah, I do wonder with these. Like, is there nothing else you can put up there? Like, I guess like a shampoo bottle is like one of the classic. Like, I guess kind of makes sense. Like they're in the shower. Maybe they were cleaning back there, and they were that felt nice. And then like shampoo bottle's just right there, right? Shaving gel bottle, aerosol container. I can see that.
Yeah, anything like phallic shaped.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah,
but baby
toy
show,
shark,
bath bomb.
Surely with a toy shark, you get into a point somewhere along the line with that it's going to make it very difficult to retrieve again, even if it doesn't go all the way in.
What's the fin?
It's going to have a fin on it, right?
What's the fin?
That's like a barb. You're putting that in. You can't just pull that out straight away. You've been hooked. I saw under penis. It says cock plug. What is a cock plug?
It's like a butt plug, but for your urethra, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're probably meant to put that up your urethra, so fair enough.
Cock plug.
Why is that even in here?
Yeah.
It's not unusual.
Penis plug rocket. What the fuck is that?
Not unusual.
Oh, this is from a Dutch website. Oh, it's like one. I've got no idea what that achieves.
Use your imagination, George.
It says a penis plug with a unique rocket design. This hollow penis plug is for those who are a bit more experienced with penis plugs. Keep pushing until you can't anymore. Once close to orgasm, come through the plug due to its hollow tube.
Oh, maybe I was wrong then.
I done Google Images and my safe search is definitely not on because here's some demonstrations of cock plug.
So maybe I guess they put it in too far and then they couldn't get it back out. I guess
gross.
It's yeah.
This guy's come on himself. I'm gonna
nice and highbrow.
I'm gonna close that tab.
That won't be linked in the episode description,
no. No, that will not be on the screen. Yeah, glue in the penis as well.
Yeah, I've just scrolled back up to nose, and it says sister's hair.
I completely skipped past the nose part. Googly eye.
I don't think I got anything ever stuck in my ears or nose as a kid.
I get described quite a bit of tissue paper.
Substantial tissue paper.
I don't think I ever got anything stuck up my nose. I remember I swallowed a 50p coin before, and like, I remember the moment of panic where like you think you're gonna die for like half a second because I swallowed it, and obviously my body. I think I was just putting it in my mouth. I didn't want to swallow it. Disgusting, I know, but I was like 8, and I put it in my mouth, and I accidentally swallowed it, and I remember it got like halfway down my throat, and I was like. and it was like coming up and down, and eventually it came out. And I remember.
So was it like flat in your throat?
Yeah, it went down like probably just completely clogged my throat. And I managed
Didn't Lawford also do that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I remember that episode.
Or did you just think because I made that noise, it sounded like Lawford?
No, I'm sure Lawford's also swallowed a coin.
Yes, because it was when the story about the person that swallowed an AirPod or something, and Lauren swallowed like a penny or something.
Yeah, it was like maybe it was a 50p or a penny, and he got it out, like he found it after and had it for a while or something.
Oh, I didn't keep mine. I wanted to get far away from that 50p. I remember like coughing out and sitting there in my bedroom, and I was playing with all my Kinder Egg toys, and I was like, and I thought that was a close one, and I remember never putting anything in my mouth ever again.
Not even food.
No.
He ingests all his food anally now.
Yeah, yep. We worked out a couple episodes ago that is possible.
Did we work that? Was that like I think that we just sort of told ourselves that it was possible. I don't think we found a medical journal that said
no. But I was
giving it a go.
I was minding my business the other day, just enjoying my lunch, and Push Up Paul came in and tapped me on the shoulder and just started talking about what you can and can't absorb through your bum hole. He's like, as long as it's water soluble, then yeah, it can go through your bum lining. So these things, yes. These things, no. Like, good to know.
You just give off that vibe, Tom.
Yeah.
Well, he was trying to force a spam sandwich up there as Paul went in.
Spam sandwich.
Oh God.
Oh.
That was good, Ty. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the list. If there's a list every year, I'd be a fan of that.
Yeah, that'd be good. It's probably going to be a lot of the same stuff. Yeah.
What's the biggest thing on that list? I guess the 10-inch dildo is probably the largest item. There wasn't anything bigger than that on there.
Yeah. I mean, some of them don't have sizes. Like it says, toy sword in the ear. I imagine that wasn't bigger than 10 inches, but toy sword can potentially get pretty big.
Yeah.
I swear there was a Buzz Lightyear that went at someone's bum. I'm just going to put in the research.
To infinity and beyond.
Poofinity. Poo infinity and beyond. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I'm going to link
like a full-size Buzz Lightyear.
Is there like an X-ray? I always enjoy seeing them. Nice.
Feet first, I guess. That makes sense.
Yeah, I hope his wings didn't like expand when it was in there.
That's crazy, isn't it? I mean, there's a lot of things that can snag on a Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
And I hope he had his helmet closed because,
don't want anything up there either.
There's a book. It says. So this physician collected the X-rays with the hope that publishing them would make people less embarrassed or afraid to seek medical help. The book features objects such as cassette tapes, wires, and even an iPod stuffed inside people.
You can fit 1,000 songs right up your arsehole with the new iPod.
So it also says there was a patient that had put her prosthetic eye up her vagina, and then it got stuck. And the reason being is that it's a very expensive prosthetic eye, and she didn't want to lose it.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
You always know where it is, then, don't you?
I would recommend to her to attach a bit of string around it, and, you know, safe retrieval.
Nice, yeah.
But yeah, I like it. I'm always a fan of these sort of stories. As you say, it is classic Curios.
That was classic Curios. That was a classic Curios episode there.
Like
that. McMuffin Rats, Poos, and Bums.
Poos and
Bums. Fart Bucket, the hero of today's episode.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Faz.
Thanks. This was cute. This is exactly the calibre that I expected.
And for those who enjoy Faz's company, jokes, and voice, should maybe head over to twitch.tv/the Pigstone.
Wow, I wasn't
Pigstone?
Expecting a plug. No, it's the Pigstone.
The Pigstone.
I wanted just Pigstone, but some pecker took that.
What can people expect from following the Pigstone on Twitch?
Very low levels of competency and quality. It's basically...
That's what people are used to listening to the Curious.
Yeah, you know what?
Quite well.
Fits nicely. Basically the gambit is, I'm not very good, help me to be better. But it's fun. It's great. Please follow me.
That is good.
Affiliate.
So whether you enjoy watching people play games or you just want to hear more of Faz, head over to the Pigstone on Twitch.
Curios approved.
Link
Twitch
in description.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Curios affiliated. In fact, we'll get an affiliate. I don't know how that works.
Don't know how that works.
We'll just order some stickers.
Yeah, we'll just make a sticker. Just put it on your camera or something.
Yeah, a quarter of your screen is now just Curios approved.
Sponsored by the Curioscast.
All right, thanks, Faz.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Faz. Bye.
That was
Bye.
episode 71 of the Curioscast.
Oh yeah, baby.